Alright guys, it's Thor Sandalwood and I'm back and we're going to be doing another cryptocurrency. I'm glad to see that there's already a few people in the chat. That's very fun. We had a really good time yesterday. We did some live readings at the end of our June 2021 predictions video, and I was only meaning to do 30 minutes and the video went an hour and a half. So today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin Cash, and I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. So when I looked at it, I was learning about the process of these hard forks that happen, because I'm still studying cryptocurrencies. I'm still new, but I can tell you guys, based on the charts I've seen, I believe in these cryptocurrencies. I think that this crypto crash that we find ourselves in at the moment is very temporary, very transitory. It's this whole lunar eclipse that's in the sign of Scorpio that's causing all this. And I think all these retrograde planets through the summer, we're going to see different issues happening throughout the summer. And like I said with June looks like it's going to be a really intense month. So if you guys, what my big message was, don't be nervous of what's going to be happening. It's going to turn out okay, but there might be times where you're getting nervous because you might be seeing the value of cryptos drop during these very volatile times at the moment. So before we start, I'm going to do my usual thing. We're going to go talk about the disclaimer. And of course, it's not meant to replace the advice of a qualified financial planner. And I use the sidereal zodiac, not the Western tropical zodiac, in my predictions. And the predictions are mine and for entertainment purposes only. For anyone watching this video after live streams, sidereal zodiac, the astrology I use, is based on ancient Indian astrology. A lot of times people call it Vedic astrology. Some people even call it Hindu astrology. That's an older term that people use for it, but that's the type of astrology I practice. So let's take a look. We're doing really great, guys, as a channel. Like, I'm almost at the 800 mark. It's like I just got 3 more subscribers and I'm going to hit that 800 mark. And I feel like, I'm going to have to crack open a bottle of, I don't know, juice, maybe, when we get there. But if you're new to this and you guys like astrology and you like cryptocurrencies and you kind of like, I know a lot of people, they like to watch tarot card readings and different types of readings with these cryptocurrencies because everybody's trying to, read the tea leaves on this. But, like and subscribe to my channel. The goal is 1,000 subscribers. We're at 797 the last time I checked. If you're interested in your own reading, of course, go to my website, thorsandalwood.com. It's really easy, just my name, And when you do your own personal private reading, that's when we really look at your individual karma, because really that's the most important karma to look at. I mean, we can look at these cryptocurrencies, which is really great. But it's always important to look at your own personal karma because you can see if there's going to be setbacks, or maybe you're going to be getting an influx of money that you can further invest in the cryptocurrencies. That's all kind of stuff we can look at in your birth chart. And most importantly, because this is, based on Vedic astrology, there's always those spiritual principles behind this. And I know some people are like, yeah, Thor, come on. But really, in your birth chart, we can lead you on the right path so that you can be fulfilled right here, because that's when you're following your dharma. So let's move on with the presentation. I got a little presentation. We're going to talk about what's going on right now. And this is a little bit of my little, I'm standing on my little soapbox since I got this channel here. We're going to talk about the crypto crash for just a second. And really what I believe is going on is the old order is trying to preserve itself right now. And the whales are manipulating the markets. The world is moving to decentralized finance, and the old bankers, they're kicking and screaming as we're heading to this new thing. The main component of this crash and volatility is fear. Fear caused by the Saturn transit of Capricorn. Fear is used to control the masses. So I think that's what's really driving this crash is this fear that everybody's having. And we're going to get through this thing just fine. Don't buy into all the fear. Now we might be seeing some crazy times next month. So just know that we're going to make it out on top. We're heading in the right direction. We know that cryptocurrencies are strong. We know that Bitcoin's strong. And I see really good things happening for Bitcoin Cash after this summer. We're going to break it all down for you when I read the chart. And we look at the Mahadashas and the Bhuktis, which are special periods of when karma unfolds. And they're when a planet rules a certain period of your life. That's what we're looking at. So let's take a next look, guys. So when I looked at Bitcoin Cash, the birth time I'm using is when the hard fork occurred. We know that the hard fork occurred August 1st, 2017 at 5:16 Pacific Standard Time, and that is documented. So I had to convert it over to Beijing, China time, so that's why we have a different time in this chart, because the birthplace is Beijing, China. So it made it 2000 hours in 2016, okay? And we got an Aquarius ascendant. The current price of BCH is 717 as of May 25th, 2021. So I saw that when they first did the hard fork with Bitcoin Cash, the price went up to something like $3,000 in December of 2017. And that's what we're going to look at first. So instead of really analyzing the chart, I'll show you guys the chart really quick. There's the chart for Bitcoin Cash. We're going to go right into our predictions. We're going to go right into planetary periods right now. Because, sometimes I know when people turn on these videos, like, take me to the predictions. But first, we're going to analyze what happened in the 2017 bull run, because that's going to give us an indication of what planets are very good. And, excuse me, guys. That's going to give us an indication of what planets are good for Bitcoin Cash. So let's take a look at the Mahadashas here. Oops. Let me show you this graph real quick, guys. This is the graph I got from Coinbase. And that was the current price when I copied and pasted that and everything. But you see back in, if you guys look, you'll see back in December of 2017, that's when it hit that big peak. And it's never, ever fully recovered from that price point. So we haven't ever seen it get back to that $3,000 that it reached on December 2017. I think, though, that this is going to go a lot higher than even this current bull run, to be honest, hasn't been that great for Bitcoin Cash. I mean, before this current crash. So the 2021 bull run hasn't even been that great. But I believe, and this is my prediction, it is going to be the first half of 2022, I believe we're going to see a big, huge rise in Bitcoin Cash. It seems to be the theme that I'm seeing in a lot of charts, guys. It seems that the first half of 2022 is going to be what really takes us to the next level with all these cryptocurrencies. And that might be the next bull run. I think there might be a 2022 bull run. So if we take a look at the dasha that Bitcoin was in, Bitcoin Cash, sorry, when it was in 2017, you'll notice it was in this Saturn-Mercury period. So Saturn and Mercury there. Oops. Kind of made it. But Saturn-Mercury right there. And really why Mercury was a really good planet for Bitcoin is I'm going to be showing you guys the chart. So we're going to know that this Mercury and Rahu placement in the chart is really good. So this is the chart for Bitcoin Cash. And if you notice, Mercury rules the 5th house of Gemini there and the 8th house of Virgo there. And we got, when it's running a Mercury period, it's also activating these planets inside of the 5th house and the 8th house. So we know that 5th house right there is fortune. 8th house can be sudden rises. It can be a Dashna house, but it can be sudden things. So it can be actually like very fast rises of things. But we know, based on the evidence we see, we know that Mercury is a good period for, and Mercury is there in the 7th house of Leo there. We know that this Mercury period is a good period for Bitcoin Cash. So we are going to be hitting a similar period to that period. It won't be the full, it's not going to be Mercury Bhukti, but we're going to talk about Prantyatar Dashas. Okay? That's a sub period of a Bhukti. Because the Bhuktis are so long with Saturn Mahadasha, I had to actually break it down even further. So we have the Mahadasha, which is like a really long period. Then we have the Bhukti, which is a shorter period. And then we have Prantyatar Dashas, which are even smaller periods within the Bhuktis. That's how, this is like a clock. So it's like you can subdivide and keep subdividing, just like you do with measurements. You know, that's how we can hone in things in astrology. Especially since we have a perfect birth time for the hard fork, I'm confident about the smaller times. So let's go back to this. And we'll see, guys, that the Sun-Mercury period, Saturn rules 1st and 12th houses, that's mixed bag for Bitcoin Cash. But, you know, the angle from Saturn and Mercury is 10 houses, which is good. This is good for public visibility. Mercury rules 5th and 8th houses. Venus and Jupiter were activated. And then Saturn K2, which was the next Bhukti, brought it down. So it seems like it never really recovered from Saturn K2. That's what brought down the price from the 2017 bull run that we saw there. And let's take it. Let me see the next slide here. So the current period that we're in right now, guys, is going to be Saturn Venus, and I'll show you guys on this chart. There we go. So this Saturn Venus period is what Bitcoin Cash is currently in. And it's going to be in that period all the way till September of 2023. Now, the issue with that is Venus is a pretty good period for Bitcoin Cash. Don't get me wrong. Venus is the natural karaka for cash, you know, money, luxury, big money. It's in the 5th house, which is good. But it's a 3-year long period. So, I mean, having a 3-year long period is like not really good at, like, let's hone in and get an accurate prediction. So let me show you how Venus does in the chart right here. And we can see that Venus right here is in the 5th house of Gemini. And it's in, you know, a good house. 5th house is a fortune house. And Venus rules the 4th house and it rules the 9th house. So it's the Yoga Karaka planet for Bitcoin Cash. Aquarius ascendant, to be specific. So let's take a look. So Venus is going to be a very positive planet, but then we see that it went through this flash crash, which is happening right now, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that or discuss that a little more in depth. Let me take you guys back to this. So Saturn Venus is July 24th, 2020, all the way to September 23rd, just like I told you guys. Quite a long period of over 3 years. Appears to have brought the price up during this last bull run. Lunar eclipse in Scorpio appears to be the trigger event that brought the current crash in the Bitcoin Cash chart. I keep forgetting to call it Bitcoin Cash, guys. So we're going to break it down even more. So remember, guys, this lunar eclipse that's happening in Scorpio appears to be what's bringing down the price right now. If we take a look at the chart really fast, you see that the lunar eclipse is happening over here in the 10th house. So, you know, that's going to actually be a problem with the public reputation and the visibility of Bitcoin Cash. But, oops, let me fix that real quick. But we're going to zone in, and I think, guys, you guys are going to be very happy with this. I think it's a great buying opportunity for Bitcoin Cash. So when I can do this, when I can buy some Bitcoin Cash, I will definitely be on that. So let me talk about, remember, guys, I was telling you guys about that there's the Mahadasha, which is a very long period. There's the Bhukti, and then there's a Prantyantar Dasha, which is even a shorter period. We're going to look at that really fast. So we will focus on the Prantyantar Dasha. Mahadasha, Bhukti, Prantyantar Dasha. Mars Prantyantar Dasha seems rough. Mars in 6th house rules 3rd and 10th houses. Not confident in this period. So let me bring up that and I'll show you guys. I'm going to show you guys what this Prantyantar Dasha looks like. So you notice how we're dividing it even further. Okay, so let's see. Let me change. So right now, if you guys take a look at this, we're in Saturn, Venus, Moon right here. But we're going to be entering right here in July, Saturn, Venus, Mars. Okay, so these periods right here, these are the Prantyantar Dasha. Okay, so these are the smaller periods. Now, usually they don't affect too much a lot of times because they run so fast. Sometimes, like, you don't notice them that much. But when you have a very long Bhukti of 3 years, it's good to look at them. So let's go take a look at that again. So this period of, and let me see if I pulled that up. Okay, so this period of Sun, Venus, Mars. Oops, I think I moved it. Oops, I think I'm on the wrong slide here. Sorry, guys. So this period of Sun, Venus, Mars here, it doesn't seem too good because Mars is in the 6th house and it rules the 10th house and the 3rd house. So it's like kind of a mixed planet. But let me show you guys the next period we're going to be in very shortly here. Is going to be this Saturn, Venus, Rahu period. And look, it starts September 11th, 2021. So, easy date to remember, right? September 11th, 2021. I believe that's when we're going to see the Bitcoin Cash price start to recover from whatever's happening this summer. Because this summer, we're actually seeing that it's a little bit of an issue. So, let's take a look at the chart because we're going to be entering that Rahu period. So, if you guys... I'm going to show you this, guys. Mars Prantyantar Dasha seems rough. Mars in 6th house rules 3rd and 10th houses. It's a little rough because it's in the 6th house, which is like conflict and so forth. I'm not very confident in that period, to be honest. So that's where I'm thinking we're going to get mixed results during that period. And I think it's all these retrograde planets that are going to be happening. We got retrograde Mercury. We got retrograde Saturn. We got retrograde Jupiter. And Jupiter and Saturn are going to be retrograde for most of the summer. And then we have this lunar eclipse that I think is actually causing the crash. But the Rahu period, that's going to last from September 11, 2021 to Mars 2022. Rahu amplifies Mercury. Remember, Mercury was a really good planet for Bitcoin Cash. So Mercury was what helped Bitcoin Cash back in 2017 when it got up over $3,000. Now, am I predicting it will get that as high as $3,000? No, but you know, who knows? This could be a mega bull run in 2022 that's leading us to 2022. So let's go to the chart and I'll show you guys really fast here. So, oops. So Rahu's there with Mercury in the 7th house. So this Rahu is going to be amplifying Mercury right here. Remember, and it rules the 8th house and the 5th house here. So I think beginning in September, we're going to start seeing the price raise, okay? And then let's go to the Prantyantar Dashas, because then we'll see what's going to happen after this Rahu period, okay? So if you notice, when it enters this Saturn, Venus, Jupiter period in March of 2022, that's going to be, I think, when it's really going to hit a really good period, okay? And let me show you guys the presentation again. So I think it's going to hit really good with this Jupiter Prantyantar period. And let's go back to this, guys. juggling around these screens is pretty fun. We're going to go continued here. Jupiter Prantian Tardasha is also good. Jupiter rules 2nd and 11th houses. This is money. This is where the money is. March 4th, 2022 to August 5th, 2022. There appears to be a window of time in 2022 where one can cash out with the Bitcoin Cash. So that's what we're seeing there. And let me show you in the... So there's going to be a period, and I have it on my last slide, guys. Let me show you guys the last slide here. And this is going to really show you guys analysis. As of May 25th, 2021, Bitcoin Cash is facing crypto crash. Prices will be volatile during the summer. Good time to buy Bitcoin Cash. September 11th, 2021 seems to be the turning point. I expect growth all the way until August of 2022. The question is, how far will Bitcoin Cash go that will basically fall this summer? So we have that period from September 11th, 2021 all the way till August of 2022 where I see Bitcoin Cash entering this very strong period. And we haven't even really looked at the transits yet. So this is, I'm giving you guys a bunch of dates, and I know sometimes people kind of blank out. But this is important for investing. So I believe that it's going to start turning around in September, but it would be better if you wait till 2022 when it enters that Jupiter period, and you can make a lot of money with Bitcoin Cash. Also, what's going to be happening in 2022, let me show you guys the next thing that's going to happen around April of 2022. Let's take a look at the chart here. Remember, guys, that transiting Jupiter is right here in the first house, which is very good for Bitcoin Cash, by the way. In April 2022, Jupiter is going to be in the 2nd house of asset prices, making money. So that's money, guys. So I'm expecting mid-2022, lots of money to make. So that's the question. The question right now is, how far will the cryptocurrency prices dip during this summer? So that's the issue that we're facing right now. I think it's going to be volatile. I don't see making a lot of money right away, especially for the month of June with the turbulence and different things I see going on there. I don't see this huge I don't see a huge change there. I don't see it going up. We might have a slight recovery, but I don't see it going all the way up. I think we're going to have some shocking events happen in June. So I would be careful if you're planning on buying Bitcoin Cash. Maybe just be cautious. There might be some shocking things that happen in June that lower the price, and then buy the dip, right? Buy the dip. So that was my analysis, guys. Again, it's going to be September 11th to about August of 2022. I see a really good period. That's almost a year, guys. That's almost a whole year. So 2022 seems to be the indication for all of these cryptocurrencies that that's going to be the recovery. Now, a lot of people have been talking about, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the news headlines, but they keep saying, oh, it's going to be the roaring 20s again. And there's going to be this age of indulgence and luxury. And we'll see, right? If it's the roaring 20s again, that means we're going to make a ton of money with cryptocurrency. So guys, did you guys have any questions about the prices or things going on? I'm going to look at the chat for a second, see what we got going on here. We got it on my iPad here. Let's see. Opening a bottle of juice. Okay. Heard mini psychics. Many psychics are predicting a 20,000 above Bitcoin Cash. Well, I mean, shoot. 20,000? That's really high. I mean, I don't know if it'll go 20,000. I wish that would be nice. Bring the subs to the coolest chat. I have a question about my rig. My server has to be certified. Thank you so much. We'll order a reading. I'm looking at some of the comments, guys. Decoupling is happening. Today's lunar eclipse. Wonder if prices will dip. So that's where we're heading, guys. Maybe we're going to be entering the roaring 20s again. Maybe that's where we're heading, and we're going to make so much money. I haven't been keeping track of some of the psychics and tarot card readers that have been doing Bitcoin Cash, but that makes me feel very confident that we're going to see big shifts here. So Bitcoin Cash, not in a great period right at the moment, but that means good time to buy. 2022, even second half of 2022, based on the Pramtintar Dasha, looks pretty good. But I think 2022 is where we're going to make a lot of money with this. If we have any more questions in the chat, let me check for a moment. See what we got going on. You guys, it was really fun yesterday doing the live stream chart reading. That's cool. I'm thinking about making that some sort of feature and implementing that into the channel. So, well, I think if that's it for today, guys, I think we're going to call it a day. Many blessings, guys, to you guys, and I'm going to be taking a day off tomorrow on Wednesday, but Thursday I'm going to be back with another live stream. Let me see. There's one second who called Bitcoin Cash will overtake BTC. Oh, Ayush, can you have a quick look at a low cap cryptocurrency? Ayush, why don't you send me the email and I'll take a look at it. As far as some of the cryptocurrencies, if it's too obscure, if the cryptocurrency is too obscure, I might not do a video on it just for the sake of, you don't get a lot of views on it if it's not a relatively well-known cryptocurrency, but I can definitely take a look. Sometimes I do the keyword searches on the cryptocurrencies just to make sure that it's something that will get some views. Like I don't want to do a cryptocurrency that gets like a 10 views on the channel. But yeah, we'll take a look. Ayush, just send me an email and we'll see if we can do a video on that. Okay, my friend? Thank you so much. You guys, many blessings to you guys. We'll be doing another cryptocurrency video on Thursday, okay, at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time. So thank you guys. Many blessings to you all.